Hey guys, before starting the video, if I could, I'd like to take 60 seconds to thank Awesun Remote for sponsoring this video. With Awesun, you will be able to control your PC with your phone whenever and wherever you like, and it's completely free to download for Windows, iOS, and Android. As you can see, I'm playing New World, leveling my music without having to be at my desk. And what makes it even cooler is that you can fully customize your keyboard functions, which you can't even do while playing on your PC, allowing me to edit my display and pull out the specific keys for leveling music and place them wherever on screen I like to make hitting the notes even easier. For example, if you want to change the keys and the F5 key is missing, all I'll do is go into the keyboard settings and press F5. Then I can move it to where I find it the most comfortable to hit. I can even increase the size if I like. Then, if I'm wanting to run around and farm or do something like that, I can again change the view and also control this PC with a virtual mouse that really comes in handy. Awesun also even supports gameplay up to 144 frames per second, and if you choose, you can upgrade to a paid membership, unlocking even more features at a great price, even getting up to 40% off of your purchase. And if you want even more control over your gaming system, they've also launched Smart Plug to wake up your desktop remotely from your phone. So if you enjoy fishing, farming, or even leveling music from the comfort of your bed, or sitting outside in the sun, go download it and give this app a try. And what's even better is Awesun has created a download code that will allow the first 200 subscribers who choose to download it access to 7-day free trial of the paid membership. So go download it now and give it a try. Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video, we will be continuing our testing on the new Season 2 PTR. I wanted to share a few things that I uncovered while playing today. The first thing that I wanted to test was the new crafting items that they've added to the faction shop. These are of course the Banner Fragment and the Shard of Victory. Now, before I begin, I would really like to say that AGS really needs to update these player backstories. The PTR is meant for testing, but gating the new stuff behind hours of faction grinding is a bit silly, and will just prevent most from even bothering. So, maybe give us full faction rep when we choose our faction. Anyhow, so after grinding my faction to max, I purchased a bunch of these to see what exactly they do. So, it turns out they are replica items, the same as the ones from any expedition, which is what I suspected. You know, like sticky vine, spectral dust, you get the idea. So what these do is, much like the expedition ones, allow you to craft PvP faction replica gear, except with your own desired perks, or completely RNG. This is a pretty cool idea, allowing us to show our faction pride while playing, or creating custom gear with the skin, but it also provides us with some other amazing benefits. It gives a great amount of armoring experience. Using a few of these crafts will make leveling your armoring so much more easy. Overall, I do feel this came a bit late though, and I'm not entirely sure that this will be something most players even use, but it might be awesome for newer players. I would guess we'll just have to wait and see. It is unfortunate really that this came so late. This would have been something that we would have loved to have at our disposal when the game launched. The next cool thing I discovered is something really cool with these new patterns. I encountered these first while grinding at my faction rep and I looted a few chests. They are these new, strange, legendary patterns you receive from just about any chest you loot. You won't of course receive one every time, but it feels quite often. They are also tiered to match the level of the territory where you're looting these chests. So what they do is provide you with a one-time craft much like any other pattern. And you can craft a piece of armor in basically the same way you would use any other pattern. Aside from that, there doesn't seem to be anything overly special about these. That is aside from the appearance. So what these look like to me is a bunch of clothing style armor skins that once crafted you can use to create transmog skins, using the transmog tokens also coming in this season. For a long while now, people in the community have been very vocal about wanting more civilian style skins. You know, just clothing. And this feels like how this is being fulfilled. You can and will loot them from chests all throughout Eternum. Any chests really, supply, grave, elite, they seem to be in all of them. But like I said, when you look in the station when you have them, there really isn't anything overly special about them, other than the unique appearance, unless the plan is to change them before this goes live. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but it was a surprising thing to loot. And the next thing I wanted to look at was the changes to the PvP reward track. They have said in a few dev blogs as well as in the patch notes that they plan to improve the rewards from the PvP reward track, to both make it feel more rewarding and have the rewards actually make sense. So I leveled it a few times just to see if it would truly look any different, and let me tell you, this is really amazing. This is probably one of the best changes I've seen in a long time to the game. They always promise that they're changing things, but things just seem to be mediocre and don't hit just right. But this one does. Check this out. These are the rewards I was offered at each threshold as I leveled. Not only are they legendary, but they are legendary with perks you actually want, with attributes that make sense for the gear they're on, and with perks that are actually desirable in PvP. This definitely will get me out running PvP reward track levels again, that's for sure. How about you? This really could be a game changer for newer players or players with less time who just don't have stacks and stacks of gold to spend on the gear. Now, I won't say you will regularly pull bits from this, but you will get gear that will make you feel competitive, and you will have earned it by PvPing or at least doing faction missions or simply depending on the market to buy it. Again, a change I am very pleased to see. And the final change I want to talk about, and this one's a bit behind the curtain, but for over a year now there has been a bug in New World that most people know about by now. What it was doing was providing much more gather luck than was intended. How this was happening was simple. The Cutlass Keys Fort bonus, if your faction controlled it, would provide you with 1000 gather luck. Or at least, that's what it says it provides. But in fact, it had been providing 10,000. This is why there would have been times that you would have noticed you were getting an awful lot of drops, whenever you were mining, harvesting, skinning, gathering. Your faction likely controlled this fort. Well, on the PTR, we see this in the data mine. As you can see, it has been changed from 10,000 to 1,000, so the days of amazing gather luck are coming finally to a close. It was broken for a very long time, and I did expect it to be fixed much quicker. But after time passed, I will be honest, I was starting to think that this was just a feature and would never get fixed. Well guys, that's all for today. I had planned to cover a few more things, but the faction grind took so much time. They really need to look at these backstories. But overall, there was some pretty cool changes and additions. Although, I still feel these maybe won't feel as fun coming in now, at least for veteran players. They're just sort of mid, but still very cool for the new folks. I do have another video coming very soon with some other cool stuff. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.